Today we got a rebuild of the Las Vegas Raiders here on Madden 23, of course. This is going to be a completely fantasy style rebuild once again. I don't know when I'll get into the realistic rebuilds, if I'm being honest. I always kind of preferred fantasy style ones, so we're kind of just going to keep rocking with these for the time being. But of course the Raiders have a pretty good team, but this is probably still going to be a tough rebuild just because of the division. This division is absolutely loaded. On paper, all of these teams are very good. So this is going to be probably a tough rebuild. We have to compete with the Chiefs, who are just always a Super Bowl favorite in Madden. The Chargers actually lose Justin Herbert all the time, so maybe they won't be that big of an issue. And I'm not too sure what the Broncos are all about here in Madden. But of course, in real life, this division is stacked. Let's start going over the roster, though, of the Las Vegas Raiders. Starting out on offense, where we have Derek Carr, who's an 83 overall. He's 31. This is going to be an interesting situation. I would like to keep Derek Carr for a while, hopefully this entire time. I think there are two scenarios where I'd get rid of him. The first one is if he is just playing really badly by the end of like year 2. We can probably ship him off. And then number 2 is if he regresses into the 70s. I feel like if that happens, we can probably try to replace him, because I feel like I can draft a quarterback who's already better then. We have a huge penalty if we get rid of him right now. So for sure, the first season, we'll keep him. I was going to keep him regardless of the penalty, but I just wanted to see what the financial situation was like with good old Derek Carr. Running back is Josh Jacobs. Now, this player hits free agency all the time, but I don't want him to here. He should be really good for us in this rebuild. He's an 87 overall, pretty much an 88. His experience is essentially maxed out. He's very young, has a ton of potential still. I like me some Josh Jacobs. I want to keep him on the roster. Of course, though, we got Devonte Adams reuniting with Derek Carr once again. And honestly, we can talk about Darren Waller at the same time. Probably the best wide receiver tight end duo in all of the NFL, right? Because you got like a top 2, top 3 receiver, and you got like a top 3 tight end. I don't think there's another team that competes with them. I think the 49ers are probably the next closest with Debo and George Kittle. But still, Devonte Adams, Darren Waller, an insane duo right there for Derek Carr. Devonte Adams, 99 overall receiver. He's just ridiculous. 99 catching, 99 catching traffic. Essentially 99 route running across the board. He is so good, just filled with 99s. Probably the best route runner in all of the NFL, has ridiculous hands. Devonte Adams, obviously very good receiver. And then we were talking about him, so let's check out his stats. Darren Waller, 90 speed, 89 catching, 93 awareness, a very good looking tight end, super good route running as well. Just an all-around great player, of course. We got Hunter Renfrow then as the number 2 wide receiver, and he has some really good stats too. So he's not super fast, but he has excellent hands, and he's such a good short route runner. So he's going to be our slot receiver this whole time. He's very, very good in that position. Hopefully he can just rack up a ton of yards. And I guess we got Keelan Cole as the 3rd receiver. The 3rd receiver on this team honestly doesn't matter all that much. Most of the targets are going to go to Devonte Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Darren Waller anyway. This offensive line is definitely not that great. Colton Miller is a beast. He's very good. I like him. 26 years old, 84 overall. He's chilling this whole time. Like me some Colton Miller for sure. But then the rest of the O-line just, I think, needs some work. We have some decently young guys over here. You know, Alex Leatherwood is young. But I think, like, the Raiders were thinking about trading him or releasing him or something like that. I think as of the time I'm recording this, he's still a member of the Raiders. I don't know if they're going to release him by the time I release this video. But I'm going to keep Alex Leatherwood. I want him on this team just as a guard. He should be fine for us. But then the rest of the unit will probably have to get replaced, obviously, aside from Colton Miller. In this first off season, I'll try to replace as many of them as possible. Over here on the defense, though, we got Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, a really good edge rushing duo. Max Crosby develops so well in this game. He's so young still. 88 overall, 89 finesse moves, 85 speed, 88 excel. Super good. And then pair that with Chandler Jones, a superstar X Factor on this side of the ball. Very good tandem right there. Denzel Perryman, Jayon Brown are the middle linebackers. Not too bad there. The interior D-line isn't super good. Bilal Nichols is quite young, though. He's 25. We can probably keep him for a while, so I don't mind that too much. Maybe D-tackle, interior D-lineman will probably be a focus of this draft for us, at least the first year. And the secondary, we got Rocky Sin, decently young, 26 years old. I would like to target a corner, I think, this year as well, if possible. We do have Trayvon Mullen, who I want to keep on the team probably this whole time. I think he's like 24. Younger than Rocky Sin, the same overall. Actually, he has an experience point, so he's technically a higher overall. We got Nate Hobbs down here, who was just a rookie last year. Want to start him as much as possible. And then we also got Anthony Averitt. who is 27. He might be a trade piece for this year. He's not too bad, but he's not really going to play. I'd much rather get Nate Hobbs starting this first season. Then the safety duo. We got Trayvon Marig, I think is how you pronounce his last name. Could be completely butchering that one. And Jonathan Abram. So Marig is also quite young. He was a rookie last year as well. He's chilling. I like him on this team a lot. Pretty good hit power. Actually, very good hit power. I think that said 89. And solid zone coverage at an 83. And then Jonathan Abram, only normal dev, 25 years old. I'll probably keep him for this season, but we might get rid of him after this year. They might be a really tough team to play this year, because of course they have excellent edge rushers and then very hard-hitting safeties. That might be a frustrating team to go up against. But those are the Las Vegas Raiders. They're very good. Like I was saying before, super solid team. But we're going to try to get this team to be the best team in the AFC West, and we're definitely not going to tank this first season. I want to get some draft picks for sure, but I'm not expecting to do poorly. The first trade here is going to be Anthony Averitt, Darius Phillips, and Kyler Fackrell to the Titans for their first round selection. Our first round picks this year are probably going to be near the back end. I'm assuming the Titans will probably play pretty well, and I'm assuming we will also play at least all right. We should be able to move up pretty easily if I really have to. Next trade here is with the Jets. We got Simpson, Keelan Cole, and a third round draft pick next year for Mekhi Becton. Now, Becton should be a great right tackle for us in this video. It really is just super unfortunate about what's going on in real life, how he will probably be out for the year once again. I think the last trade here is going to be Cleveland Farrell and Parker going to the Bengals for their second round selection this year. I got kind of close to being able to get there first, but I just couldn't make them budge. There really isn't all that much different with this team right now. You know, of course, Mekhi Becton here at right tackle. I don't really think anything changed over here. We kind of just got rid of some backups and whatnot. So I think that was a pretty successful session of trading. Got a couple draft picks, and we got a stud right tackle. So our tackle duo should be good this whole time. We just got to worry about a couple other positions here on this team. Of course, I'm going to be rocking with the Falcons offensive playbook again. Seems to be super strong this year. Hopefully it works out here with the Raiders. We have a wide receiver mentorship and also a camp standout. Dylan Stoner. Sure. All right, Devonte Adams, let's go. Get him better at getting open, I guess. Who is this camp standout going to be? It's for Bilal Nichols. Go ahead, get that man's block shed up by 5. Love that. And I'll let you know if he ends up, continuing his whole breakout session here. It typically doesn't end up turning into anything, though. By the way, Dylan Stoner is a 64 overall. Sick, man. Let's go. Devonte Adams really mentoring the right guy there. Quick look at this draft class, and it seems like it's fairly quarterback heavy. We got 3 quarterbacks in the top 5. One of them from Ball State. Love that. Now, what are the true strengths? Wide receiver, corner, and quarterback. I feel like in every draft class, a corner is the strength. It's wild how good some of these cornerback classes are. They're always just so deep, I think. There's a bunch of guys here. Look like they're going to be pretty good. So a corner scout would not be too bad. Also, I'm still looking at interior D linemen. Oh, these left ends suck. Right ends aren't looking great either. D tackles are where it's at. We got 3 really good looking D tackles. I honestly think we should get a tier 3 D tackle scout and then get a tier 2 corner scout. That sounds good to me. So Wendell Drake. Or Wendell Drake, whatever, you can stay. Here's the scout breakdown then for the first season. Our central scout isn't really that great. Middle linebacker, outside linebacker, but I don't know. I didn't know what else to put here, so we're just gonna kind of rock with this. But everything else looks pretty good, so the national scout will be D tackle. The West scout will be either interior O lineman or tackle, and then we can always move the tackles inside if I need to. Of course, we kind of touched on the central scout. Northeast, quarterback, middle linebacker. We might kind of look at these quarterbacks a little bit. And then Southeast, we got corner, receiver, but I'm mainly focusing on cornerback. So Bilal Nichols did not get his, breakout thing to continue. So we're here at the midseason mark, 3-3 for the record. We won the first 2 games, so this isn't great. We also lost to the Texans. Yeah, that's not great. Let's see who has to come back to the team, though, for this first year. Josh Jacobs, I want you back. Denzel Perriman is an interesting one. I don't think I want him back. There are at least 4 linebackers with round 1 to 2 talent. Don't know if I'll target one, but I'm definitely not going to bring Perriman back now. We're going to check out these linebackers first. Trayvon Mullen I want back. Rocky Sin, probably not. Jayon Brown I should probably give a contract to. Jonathan Abram. There's a couple guys here who I'm just unsure about, but I feel like I should probably bring back to the team. Josh Jacobs is a guy I definitely want. 5 more seasons, I'm fine with that. He's happy to sign back to the organization. Nice. Trayvon Mullen is a player I want back badly as well. A 5-year deal again, I don't mind. The length is bringing this offer way down. I don't know if I'm going to give him like a 6-7 year contract, so we'll have to figure that one out. Jayon Brown for 3 years, I actually don't mind that at all. He doesn't want to come back to the team just yet either. And then Jonathan Abram. He only has normal dev though. He's fairly cheap. You want a 3-year contract, my dude? No. Alright, so we got Josh Jacobs back. Everybody else just gave us the finger. That's sick. He's going to test out free agency. Don't even get another chance. A 6 or 7 year deal, it may have been worth it. That's just a tough one to commit to right now, I guess. I mean, it probably wouldn't have really affected me too much long term. We'll try to franchise tag him, I think, at the end of the season, because I do want Trayvon Mullen back, or maybe we can just go after him in free agency. I've been able to get him a couple times with other teams, so maybe we can still land him. Jonathan Abram. Let's bring this up a little bit, like salary-wise. Let's do that. He's going to test out free agency as well. Okay, can we sign anybody here? Jayon Brown. Break the mold. Join the team. Let's give you like 3-3 and then 2. He's coming back to the team. Okay, at least we got somebody on this defense. I think Denzel Perriman and Rocky Sin we're going to let walk for now. Maybe I'll change my mind at the end of the season, though. Bro, I'm not going to lie. This class is looking pretty bad right now. I'm just not really finding anyone I'm even kind of interested in. This is tough. The team finished 7-10 this year. That sucks. We were just not good, I guess. How did Derek Carr play? Was he the problem? He had 4,600 yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 picks. That's not that bad of a season. Josh Jacobs was really good too. 14 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. Hunter Renfrow had a great year. Darren Waller over 1,100 yards. Devonte Adams over 1,000. We didn't throw for that many passing touchdowns, but still, I feel like the offense wasn't that bad. Colton Miller somehow was terrible. Don't get that one. 142 tackles here for Jayon Brown. We have 17 tackles for loss for Jonathan Hankins, 15 for Max Crosby, 14 sacks for Chandler Jones, 11 for Max Crosby, 4 picks for Jonathan Abram. Oh, he might go up in dev trait. 2 for Jayon Brown and Trayvon Mullen, 1 for Max Crosby, Denzel Perriman, Darren Harmon, and Trayvon Marig. This is a weird year for this team. I feel like some of those guys played pretty well, but their record was just not great. 17th on offense, 19th on defense. Josh Allen going to win MVP. Derek Carr at number 10. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Jonathan Taylor. Josh Jacobs at number 10. Defensive Player of the Year is Joey Bosa. We have Chandler Jones at number 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to George Pickens. Nobody from the Raiders. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nobody from the Raiders. I'm really not sure what to think about this season, man. This draft class is not looking super exciting either, so we might have to spend a little bit of money in free agency. But the Chargers and the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, well, let's hope our divisional rival doesn't win, but that would mean the Cowboys would win, so that would suck too. And the Cowboys do win, 49-34. So let's hop over to the Resign Players tab and consider what I want to do. Let me actually check out development trade upgrades before all that. I always forget to do this when I want to. So let's check out the offense. I feel like Hunter Renfrow could be up just because of his yardage. He is not. Devonte Adams is down. Yeah, that's cool. Love when that happens. No one else on the offense is up or down, I don't believe. On the defense, though, Jonathan Abram is up in development trade. Maybe we can check out a franchise tag on him, or we could try to get Derwin James in free agency. But let's check quickly if we should franchise tag Jonathan Abram. 11 mil isn't that much, and he did just have a good season. So I'm going to franchise tag him, right? We might still get Derwin James. If we do, we can probably just trade Abram. I do want Trayvon Mullen back, though. I think we have to sign him in free agency. And then I don't mind letting Denzel Perriman walk. So let's hop into free agency. I don't think we have like a ton of money, but we should have enough. 54 mil. Okay. Oh, Derwin James isn't here. Well, I guess good thing we brought back Jonathan Abram then. I want some kind of linebacker here. I think I'm going to give a contract to Chris Barnes. We might still draft a linebacker, but Chris Barnes is still fairly young and very inexpensive. And then we need back Trayvon Mullen, who has a little bit of interest in joining with us. Let's see if we can just offer him this base contract here. Where does that put us right now? Above the Packers. That's what I like to see. Then I would love to get some offensive linemen in Garrett Bradbury. Not looking too bad right here. We are tied with the Panthers, but Bradbury actually has a lot of interest in joining the Raiders. So hopefully that's enough to get him to join our team. And then Eltjen Jenkins. He's a player I really want, but he has like no interest in joining us. I'm still going to try to give him a contract though, because he would help out this offense a ton. The Seahawks offer is a bit more enticing. We do tie the Seahawks. I don't really think I can go over them. I'll give him an 8 mil signing bonus. See where that puts us. We're still tied with the Seahawks. I'll give that a shot, but there's no chance that works. Also, then either Greg Gaines or Derek Nottie. One of those two guys I kind of want on this team. They both have 3 offers, and they both have very similar contracts. I'll give Nottie a contract, I guess, and we'll see how that goes. I didn't mean to back out of free agency either. So let's click on the left stick and see who we ended up getting, if anybody at all. We got Trayvon Mullen, we got Garrett Bradbury, and we got Chris Barnes. Like that a lot. Eltjen Jenkins signed with the Seahawks. Kind of figured that would happen, but Rob Havenstein is here. Let's give him like a 2-year contract. He's an 85 overall. He's still not that bad. That also means then we did not get Derek Nottie. We didn't. That's tough, but Greg Gaines is still here. I'll give him a contract. We're looking pretty good in that contract there. We can maybe save some money, but I don't really want to make it too much of a competition. So let's advance by one more time. We did not get Greg Gaines. He has so much interest in signing with us, and still he chose the Chiefs. That's a tough one. And Havenstein chose the Steelers. Yo, this looks like a Raiders wide receiver if I've ever seen one. Look how fast this man is, but look how horrible he is at everything else. Yeah, we should just take him in the first round, I think. I'm going to give Mekhi Becton his 5th-year option. I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to re-sign him next year, especially given what happened to us this last year. So let's just like secure our right tackle for one more season. It is time to begin the NFL draft, and I'm hoping I can get at least a couple decent players here. We have the 8th overall pick. Yeah, let's go ahead and advance to that one. I don't really want to trade up for anyone in particular. There are some good-looking D tackles in this class for sure, but I really wanted to take a corner. This guy's top 5. All right, we should probably take him then. Matt Harden turned out to actually be a pretty good player. C-man, C-zone, that kind of sketched me out at first, but good enough athleticism, I guess, to really boost up his overall there. And also, there's a corner down here who looks very interesting. It's this guy down here. A catching, A press, B zone. Day 3, like, this guy looks pretty good. You're in a 4.46 as well. I really like Kareem Webster. I can't throw him on my draft board right now because we're in the draft. But, yeah, I kind of do want to draft that guy later. And then for D tackle. One of the D tackles actually already went, which is fine because I want this guy more anyway. Jaron Newberry. Great speed, great strength. Looks like a very good player. B finesse, A power, B tackling. That's a beast of a prospect. Round 1 to 2 projection. So I'm going to take this corner right now. Matt Harden. Top 5 talent. And of course he has normal dev. 95 acceleration and change of direction though. 92 speed, 91 jumping, 89 agility. Okay. We have the next pick here. And part of me wants to trade this one away. See if we can still get another first round selection for this year. Just move back a little bit. The Eagles are offering this trade here where we would move back 1 spot. Grab a 3rd next year and a 7th this year. I'll take that. They took a corner. Nice. So let's go ahead and snag this D tackle. This was like the first player I really wanted in this class. So let's see what he's all about. Round 1 talent. I'm excited to have him on this team. Welcome, Jaron Newberry. Normal dev. Dude, what is this class? He looked pretty good though. Wearing a great number, so I mean, I guess I can't be too upset by it. Might get a little weird here. We might take a quarterback. Josh Boone was a player I actually wanted, so that might make this decision a little bit easier. I think we can probably snag a quarterback here. And he's still available. So Peter Chapman. Interesting looking prospect. So B deep accuracy, C medium, A to C short, A under pressure with elite throw power. I really want to take this guy, but let me check out the other players I have on my draft board first. We don't really have anyone else who I really want in this position other than the quarterback. So we're going to go ahead and take Chapman. Don't know if he'll ever play, but he looks intriguing enough. Of course, another normal dev player, but 95 throw power. He was worth it. If he had hidden and had a really good dev trait, we might have been moving on from Derek Carr this year. We got one of these receivers who probably has like 98 speed. And he has 8 deep route running. He might actually help out this team a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and take him. Raiders love their speedy receivers, obviously. The first hidden dev player we get has 99 speed. He's going to be our 3rd receiver. I would have reacted more if I hadn't already seen a player with 99 speed in the draft. That's still a pretty crazy player though. So now in the 3rd round, there's another quarterback here with elite throw power. He also looked pretty interesting. I think I'm going to take this cornerback though. Kareem Webster, like I don't want him going. So we're just going to take him in the 3rd round. Normal dev, but I would honestly imagine this guy's like a 70 something overall. At the minimum, a high 60. He looked so good. 94 jumping, 91 speed. Not a bad athlete either. Not an excellent athlete, but certainly not too bad. And then the only other player I kind of want in this class is probably a running back of some sort. I like getting a decent backup. And we have one running back left. He's actually a projected undrafted free agent player. But he looks better than that, man. He has A, B, C vision, B carrying, and he has good speed, good strength, great jumping. Like, he can't be that bad, right? Normal dev, 91 speed power back. Not a horrible backup to Josh Jacobs, I guess. So let's skip to the end of this draft. This was not a good draft. I really hope the draft class just wasn't juiced and I was just wrong the whole year, but it really did not look that good to me. We'll get a small taste of the strength of the draft class though, like right here when I check out my team, because the cornerback we selected is a top 5 talent. And he's a 76 overall. Yeah, this class might be a little bit weak. So D tackle is a 74. He's pretty solid. This receiver is a 68, and that corner was a 70. And the running back was a 68, 69 tight end down here. A bunch of upper 60s guys. This quarterback was a 69. What is he looking like throwing wise? So of course he has a cannon. Oh my god, he's so inaccurate. But I had to take him just because of the elite throw power. It's way too good to pass up on. Who is the best player in the class? Oh god, this class looks terrible. Yeah, 76s were the top. I'm gonna go ahead and make a trade. I think I might actually get rid of that quarterback we just drafted because he should have a lot of value, considering he is a rookie quarterback. We're gonna offer him, and I want to get an interior D lineman. And that player is going to be Ed Oliver. So we're giving the Bills our newly acquired quarterback, our backup center, and Jawan Taylor, who I also signed in free agency. I didn't even realize I did that. I remembered giving him a contract, but he had very little interest. I did not even check if he was on the team, but we no longer need him. So now we're chilling with an 85 overall team, 87 offense, 83 defense. Not a horrible looking roster. Derek Carr is going to have another season. Might be his final one, honestly. He's down to an 81 overall. He did all right last year. We'll see how he does this year, though. Of course, you know, Devonte Adams just played so badly last year that he had to go down in dev trade. Makes so much sense. Josh Jacobs, though, still a starting running back. He should do fine again. Hunter Renfrow had a great season last year. We have a new rookie on the team as the third receiver. Darren Waller had over 1,000 yards. Also our backup right guard, looking amazing. The offensive line, honestly, wasn't that strong last year. We let up a lot of sacks. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. It very well could, though. And then over on the defense, Ed Oliver joins the team. Trayvon Mullen comes back to the team, which is nice. We drafted a cornerback who was probably going to be the number 2 corner. I want Nate Hobbs being the slot guy. Chandler Jones is going down in overall. We have a new defensive tackle, only normal dev, but actually looks like a beast. And also Chris Barnes is the second middle linebacker. I don't think this team is all that bad. Let's see how they do, though. We got ourselves a wide receiver mentorship here between Devonte Adams and Cecil Hawkins. Hawkins got +2 release and short route running from that, so that's always nice. And we keep getting trade offers for Chris Barnes. I don't want to trade him. We just signed him in free agency. I'm good with Chris Barnes on this team. We definitely need to rearrange our scouts, though, I think. So a quarterback might be a position we go after this year. Now, RJ Foote is like the only good-looking quarterback, so I don't know, man. I wanted to get a quarterback scout, but it might not be in the cards this season. There is a top 5 corner, though, TJ Brooks. Could definitely look at him. Jake Chandler, a 5'9 receiver. He probably has like 99 speed. So corners look really strong once again. And I'm recording this in actually 2 parts. And at the time I'm recording this now, Alex Leatherwood got released. And I'm pretty sure Trayvon Mullen got traded. I'm not going to do anything with them now because I want them both still on this team. But it's just funny that that happened. I definitely think we have to help out the defense a bit more than the offense. The offense is kind of chilling, in my opinion, as long as Derek Carr can play kind of well. But then on the defensive side, maybe linebacker, maybe safety, maybe corner. We have a couple of positions we need to address in the draft here. I'm just really hoping that this draft class is stronger than the first. So let's go ahead and probably just clear house here. I'm going to get a tier 3 cornerback scout. Also, a middle linebacker being the second position expertise is not bad. Our tier 2 scout. Maybe safety. Safety could be pretty decent. Safety quarterback, I'm okay with that. I also just want to know more about that first quarterback anyway. And then tier 1. We can still use like D lineman potentially if our defensive tackle does not develop. So let's go like D end outside linebacker. Also Chandler Jones might be on his way out, but I kind of want to sign a different edge rusher. And then we'll also go, I guess, D tackle middle linebacker. That's fine there. So let's just go like running back or something. Maybe we can get a solid backup running back. I'm fine with these scouts right here. Now let's just assign them to the right spots. This probably works out fairly well. I mean, the D end in this region is actually really poor here. But the DNs aren't really a strength anywhere in this class. It's actually kind of a weakness. The left ends are, at least. So I'm fine scouting the outside linebackers in this region. But yeah, these are going to be where the scouts are located. And of course, the tier 3 scout will be the national scout scouting cornerbacks for us. And honestly, if that top quarterback is not looking good, we might have to pull the trigger and sign a free agent quarterback. Because I think Justin Herbert is typically here this season. He'd be super expensive. I don't even know if we have the finances for it, but maybe we can pull something off. We are 5-2 though. Speaking of Justin Herbert, him and his Chargers are 2-5. The Chiefs are also 5-2, Broncos 4-3. And I don't believe we have anything to reveal. I mean, I guess the third receiver we do. Is he playing that often? He is, and he is a superstar. Okay, that was a really good draft pick then. That's sick. And then I don't think anything on the defense, right? Yeah, we have a normal dev corner, the normal dev D tackle. All right, well, hopefully a couple of those guys go up in development trade this year. That would be really nice. Who needs to come back to the team, though? Top impending free agent is Ed Oliver. Oh, and then we have Darren Waller, Bilal Nichols, Jonathan Abram. A couple of guys here who I definitely want. Ed Oliver to start. I want him for probably 3 years. I'm good with that contract. He is coming back to the team. That's very nice. Bilal Nichols and Darren Waller. Now, obviously, I really want Darren Waller. I don't have enough cap room. Oh, we probably can't get Darren Waller, which also certainly means we can't get Justin Herbert. Maybe we come back to Darren Waller at the end of the year and we see if anything changed with our cap situation. But we might have to focus on the draft this year to replace a couple of these guys. I'm good trying to replace Jonathan Abram and Bilal Nichols. That shouldn't be a huge issue. Darren Waller is still just super good. I really want him back on the team. We have a breakout quarterback opportunity. This would actually be pretty cool if Derek Carr could go up to superstar dev. I mean, I don't know if that'll really help him out all that much, but let's see. We are going to win that game. Did he get the task done? He actually did. So Derek Carr will be up to superstar dev. All right, well, that might make our decision a bit more difficult. We'll have to see how he's playing this season, though. If he's having a really good year, maybe we just rock with him for the final season as well. Maybe not the final season, but at least next year, we can try to rock with him. Oh my God, this cornerback has A's across the board? Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Great to elite speed, great to elite agility? TJ Brooks, are you even human? I didn't think this was possible. I have never seen a cornerback look that good. If he turns out to be a 79 overall, I'm going to be livid. But that made one of our selections incredibly easy. I am 100% taking him. I also forgot to set the national scouting focus, but I don't think it matters because we're going to take that cornerback anyway. Oh, and this quarterback looks awful, man. Unless he's like super fast or something. I'll still focus scout him. Why not, man? What about Colin Fisher? A to C, medium, short, and throw under pressure? We'll give him a try as well. And then, I don't know, man, I guess we should look at some safeties here. I did a really bad job scouting this year, didn't I? Huh. We can hopefully find somebody. And honestly, Dominic Jett doesn't look too bad. Those are the 3 guys we're going to focus scout. I'll see you at the end of the year. Let's see if we're in the postseason. We actually got a first round bye. Going 12-5. Let's go. 11-6 for the Broncos and the Chiefs, and then 5-12 for the Chargers down there. How did Derek Carr do? Actually, really well. Oh my God, he did so well. Over 5,000 yards, only 4 interceptions and 45 touchdowns. I don't think I can replace him. Like, morally, I don't think I could do that. That's a ridiculous season. Oh my God, Josh Jacobs, 23 touchdowns, 5.4 yards per carry. All right, I changed the playbook on offense to the Buccaneers. That's the go-to playbook for me this year. Tampa Bay's playbook is so good. Yeah, Devonte Adams, 18 touchdowns, 100 catches, 1,528 yards. Hunter Renfrow, almost 1,000 yards. Cecil Hawkins, 900 yards as a rookie. Darren Waller got 8 touchdowns. KJ Hill had a pretty crazy touchdown to reception ratio. 6 touchdowns on 16 catches. Also, we have like no offensive linemen. It doesn't really matter in simulation though. Colton Miller, I guess a little better than last year. 134 tackles for Jayon Brown. We have 17 tackles for loss for Max Crosby, 13 for Ed Oliver. Just so much pressure here. 18.5 sacks for Max Crosby, 13 for Ed Oliver, 12.5 for Chandler Jones. 3 picks for Jonathan Abram. Matt Harden, the rookie. Maybe that's enough to go up to star. He also had over 100 tackles. It might be. And then 3 for Nate Hobbs, 2 for Kareem Webster and Jayon Brown, 1 for Max Crosby, Trayvon Marig, and Trayvon Mullen. 8th in the NFL on offense. Dude, we had so many yards and we're still not top 5. And then 7th on defense. Derek Carr is going to win MVP. I mean, okay. That makes a lot of sense. He had an insane season. I will obviously take that. Offensive player of the year goes to Jonathan Taylor, but Devonte Adams and Josh Jacobs in the top 5. Oh, and Derek Carr. 3, 4, and 5 for those guys. Defensive player of the year goes to Von Miller, but Max Crosby not far behind. Offensive rookie of the year, Carl Tate. We have Cecil Hawkins, the receiver, at number 4, though. Defensive rookie of the year goes to Matt Harden. Jaron Newberry at number 5. Kareem Webster at number 6. This was a very successful season, and honestly, we're probably in a decent spot to get this cornerback as well. I mean, we might have to trade up, but that should be pretty easy to do. So let's see who we have to take on in the divisional round of the playoffs. So we have to go up against the Chiefs. I was really hoping this didn't happen, but let's advance by. Can we take down Patty Mahomes and his Kansas City Chiefs? We cannot. 17-13. God damn it, dude. Let's go to the Super Bowl. And that was actually the first time I've won MVP with a player in this game. I got the little trophy for it. The Saints and the Chiefs are in Super Bowl 58. I feel like I don't normally see the Saints here. At least in the past couple of rebuilds, I really haven't. 28-20, the Chiefs are going to win. Now, who is up in dev trait? Derek Carr should surely be a superstar X Factor, right? He is. Okay. Devonte Adams is also back up. Josh Jacobs is up. Yeah, this offense is looking kind of terrifying. And then on the defensive side, we got Max Crosby, who I believe to be up in dev trait. We have Harden up in dev trait as well. That's a big one. Going from normal to star is huge. The D tackle didn't go up or anything like that, and I also don't think anybody else did on the defense here. But honestly, it's fine. I think we got enough development trait improvements for this season. We have $32 million. We can actually sign him back. Let's go. Darren Waller's coming back for another season. Now, Bilal Nichols, Jonathan Abram, I don't think I'm going to bring them back. I'm going to save my money for free agency, and we're going to see what we have here. Now, I don't really need this corner anymore. Our corners aren't looking that bad, but there's absolutely no way I pass this man up. Even if I had like 399 overall corners, I might still take him, just because of how insane he looks. But let's go into free agency, and let's see if we can upgrade some positions. Now, you know, like, I could probably use another edge player, but I can't afford Nick Bosa. Justin Jefferson is getting 0 offers. We could just completely lowball him. I'm not going to do that. CeeDee Lamb as well. I'm not going to look at receiver, but it's just kind of crazy to see the names that are here. So, we need a safety. I would love Antoine Winfield. I don't think there's any chance we get him, though. Cameron Curl would be decent. A little bit better than Jonathan Abram. I'm going to go after Antoine Winfield first, though, because there are no teams giving him a contract. So let's see if we can land him. And then also, we still need like a D lineman of some sort. Like, I wouldn't mind a Leonard Williams. If we can get him very cheap, we probably won't be able to, but I'll offer him a very, very cheap contract. That's like no points, but there's nobody else giving him a contract, so maybe. We actually got Antoine Winfield. That is a huge signing for us. And we did not get Leonard Williams. At least not yet. We're still the only team giving him a contract, though. He still does not want to sign with us. And honestly, I feel like we could at least get somebody in the draft. So I'm going to try Leonard Williams again. He still does not want to sign with us. I don't blame him. I'm giving him like 0 money. But if we don't get him, it's not a huge deal. I don't want to blow all of my money right now in case I need to make a trade I'm not thinking about right now. Oh my God, this guy ran a 4.31 as well. Oh my God, he has elite speed and agility. I'm actually going to be sick. This has to be a generational talent, right? You can't tell me it's not. This is a really good corner class, by the way. I think Ronald Nixon's probably pretty good too. But you cannot tell me this is not a generational talent, because I will not believe you. Let's go ahead then and hop into this NFL draft, and I'm probably going to have to trade up. I'm trading up to pick number 1. If I don't already have it, which I highly doubt I do. Yeah, we picked number 28. I don't really care what I have to trade with the Texans. I am making this trade work. We are giving them our 1st round pick this year and next year, along with a 2nd round pick this year. And yeah, I mean, you guys all know who I'm taking. If this guy turns out to have normal, I might never play this game again. TJ Brooks, just give him to me. Hidden depth, 98 speed. 91 excel, 95 agility, 91 change of direction. I don't even care who we take with the rest of this draft, if I'm being honest. And now we could potentially trade one of our corners to get a D end. So I might go ahead and do that at some point. Don't know which corner I'll trade just yet. It might actually have to be Nate Hobbs, which sucks because he's actually super good. But I don't really want to trade Trayvon Mullen. I'm not trading the guy I just drafted, obviously. And I don't really want to trade the rookie we took last year. So it might just have to be Hobbs. Or maybe we don't trade for anyone. Let's see if I can find some defensive end or D tackle who looks half decent. And honestly, this is like the best looking guy, Marquise McLean. I don't have to take him now, though. So instead, let's see if we can find a running back. This guy looks solid. Raekwon Boyd up here looks okay. B break tackle, B carrying. Yeah, let's take him. Why not? Normal dev only, but maybe he's a decent backup. That defensive end is gone. I should have just taken him. It's whatever. He probably wasn't like super crazy good anyway. Last pick is going to be a receiver, Tony Dunn. He is B catching, A catching traffic. That's fine. Normal dev trade, actually pretty fast with 93 speed, 92 excel. Now, let's just simulate to the end of the draft. If this guy is not over an 80, I don't really know what to do. He's an 85? Oh my god. This guy is an 85. 84 man, 82 zone? What? That might be the best player I will find all year. Yeah, you have to imagine this is one of those generational prospects. Jesus Christ. He's gonna have 99 speed probably like at the end of this year too. It does not matter who we got after him. It just really doesn't. We won the draft. Like, who's the second best player? It's a 78. Oh my, I don't have words. I straight up don't have words for this. Like, okay, well, first off, before I do anything else, someone's gonna think this is fake. Like, I know. Like, for sure, somebody is going to think this is fake. So, let me go to league transactions. We're going to go to player edit. There's nothing here for player edit. And draft class edit, also nothing. So that guy was just in the draft class. Don't know if there's anything else you want to see that proves my innocence. But this was not edited. That guy was truly just an 85 overall. Oh my god. I think this has to be the last season though, just because of like financial constraints. We don't have like any money. So if we don't do well this season, we might be completely screwed. And this is taking like 3 years to load. What is happening? There we go. But yeah, if we don't do well this season, we might just be completely done. I still do need an interior D lineman. So we're going to go ahead and just trade for one. I said this before, but I think Hobbs has to go. I'm sorry, Raiders fans. I do like Nate Hobbs. He's good. Like, he's for sure good. But he is the most expendable corner I think we have right now. So let's just try to find like a solid trade partner to get a good interior D lineman. The player we're going to get is Greg Rousseau from the Buffalo Bills. So Nate Hobbs and Watson going to Buffalo. And the team here for the final season is an 88 overall, 89 offense, 87 defense. This offense has a bunch of X factors. We got Derek Carr now, Darren Waller, Devonte Adams, couple superstars, Josh Jacobs. We have Hawkins, our third receiver, and Mekhi Becton, of course. And then, you know, a couple stars, a couple normal development guys. This offense is still very good, I think, though. I guess the interior of the O-line isn't amazing, but, you know, they've been doing pretty well so far. And then on the defense, this defense got a lot better in the offseason. Not only did we sign Antoine Winfield Jr., a 92 overall free safety, we drafted potentially the best player ever in Brooks, 85 overall. Also got Rousseau on the team now to start at defensive end. Him and Ed Oliver paired up once more. This team's looking mighty scary, I think. And hopefully the game doesn't screw me over and we actually make the postseason here. Got another mentorship for Cecil Hawkins. +2 catching traffic this time. I like that. According to Devonte Adams, he couldn't catch anything, so I went into catching. We also have a camp standout for Greg Rousseau. Let's do power move and finesse move this time. Why not? They both get boosted by 3. How in the world is this team 2-4? First off, let's check out the development trait of the cornerback. And yeah, of course, he has superstar X factor. I mean, I don't know what I expected. Oh my god. Well, anyway, we are 2-4 somehow. So unless we turn it around the second half of the year, we probably won't make the playoffs. The Chiefs are 6-0, Chargers 4-2. We also have a breakout defensive back. It's going to be for Trayvon Mullen. I mean, I doubt he'll get this, but it'd be cool if he can go up to superstar. Do we have money? That's like the huge question right now. This, you know, determines whether or not I go another season. We have 35 mil, and we have to bring back Hunter Renfrow, Mekhi Becton, Trayvon Marig. Yeah. Got to spend quite a bit here. We're not going to be able to get all those guys back. All right, I'm just going to go to the end of the season. Please make the playoffs. I'm going to be in a really weird spot now if we don't make the playoffs. Please make it. We went 7-10. How did this team go 7-10? Derek Carr had another really good season. A lot more interceptions, but still a ton of yards, ton of touchdowns. Josh Jacobs was super good once again. We had 4 1,000-yard receivers, with Devonte Adams getting 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns. The offensive line maybe just wasn't that great. I don't know what happened with the offense there. 132 tackles here for Barnes. We have 17 tackles for loss for Newberry. We have 4 players with double-digit sacks as well. How did this team not do well? 2 picks for a couple guys, 1 interception for a few as well. I'm actually shocked by this one. We were 5th in the NFL on offense, 27th on defense. I guess that was it, man. Josh Allen gonna win MVP. Derek Carr at number 10, Offensive Player of the Year. We have Josh Jacobs, Devonte Adams in here. Defensive Player of the Year is Nick Bosa on the Jets now. Nobody from the Raiders. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Noah Stevenson. Tony Dunn at number 6, though. Defensive Rookie of the Year, our cornerback is an 89 at number 3. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how we did not make the postseason there. That's so odd. Dude, our points per game on offense was 30.9, and we let up 31.5. Oh my God, we were horrible on defense. How do you lose 10 games when you're scoring over 30 points a game? Anyway, Chiefs and Vikings are in the Super Bowl. 45-17, Chiefs are gonna win. And this is gonna be a real tough decision on what to do now. We can probably scrap together a good enough team to go another season, I guess. But who can I bring back in free agency? We have 31 mil. We should probably try to get back Mekhi Becton, if no one else. He's going to test out free agency. Oh, this could be catastrophic. Franchise tag's 21.2. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We could probably replace Renfro. We can probably replace Chandler Jones. Probably Marig as well. Oh man, some of these guys we probably just can't replace that well though. Garrett Bradbury, I'll give you a contract if I can afford it. I can, he's coming back. I want Gregory Rousseau as well though. I can bring him back. He had a really good season with us too, that's tough. And I can't bring back Leatherwood either. Ooh, this might be a weird season because I also don't have many draft picks. I honestly just went all in. I thought this team would do fine. Well, let's see how much money we have. What, like $3 million to spend? 3.38. The thing is, Derek Carr's contract is so big. Maybe I can trade him for like another quarterback. That's where it gets interesting because Derek Carr is playing well. He's just taking up such a big cap hit right now. 41 mil. Is there any chance we can trade for a different, cheaper quarterback? Like straight up, I do not want to do this. But I don't know if I have another option at this point. So it's not much of an improvement, and I really hate to do this because of how well Derek Carr has been playing lately. But I think I need to make this sacrifice to be able to build up a good team once again. So Derek Carr and Webster going to the 49ers for Trey Lance. Please tell me this cleared up a lot of cap space that we can spend right now. Because if it didn't, that was just a complete waste of a trade. We have $33 million. Who can we get to make this team better? So we need a lot of stuff. We need a safety to start with. Jimmy Ward seems fine to me. He's pretty old, but I don't really care. And we could still use an edge rusher. Trey Hendrickson's actually not that bad. He's an 87. I will try to snag him. There are 2 teams going after him, but he actually has a good bit of interest in joining us, so maybe we can snag him there. And then we need an offensive lineman of some sort. John Runyon, maybe? There's no teams going after him, so I'll give it a shot. And we got them all. Jimmy Ward, Trey Hendrickson, John Runyon. Okay. All right, I think we can at least have a solid-looking team for this next year. And if they don't make the playoffs again, I don't really know, man. The other issue is that I just don't really have many draft picks because I just went all out for this year, so it's not like I could have relied on the draft for many of these positions. I think we have a second-round pick, so I can maybe get a capable starter. I'm looking at like a receiver here, potentially, in the second round. And then we still actually do need an interior D lineman. So either a receiver or an interior D lineman with my second round draft pick. I also don't believe I went over development trade upgrades. I just thought of that right now. So I don't think anyone on the offense is up or down. And then on the defense, I'm pretty sure Max Crosby is up. And I think that's it. I actually didn't see Newberry. He went up to star at some point. We pick at number 10 in the second round. Not a bad second round draft pick to have here. So let's take my first look at the draft class right here. That's absolutely not the draft class. That is my roster. I don't know how I always do that. I don't mind LaMichael Hamilton here. B deeper outrunning. The B to D catching kind of worries me. Gregory McDaniels could also be decent. He did run a 4.35 with elite acceleration and great speed. He might have to be the pick if I do end up going with a wide receiver. But of course, let's quickly check out the interior D linemen and see if there's anyone here that I like. Really like Terrence Silvers. Okay, I think this is the selection. A block shed, B power, B tackling. Feel like that has to be the selection here. How strong is he? Elite strength. Yeah, that's the pick. Normal dev trait, 91 strength, but he should be somewhere in the 70s. And we actually still have Gregory McDaniels here, so we can get him as well. Hidden dev trait, 95 speed, 94 excel, 93 agility. All right, I think we filled the last two holes on the team fairly well in this draft here. So let's just go to the end of the draft. How were both of those players? I feel like they should both be at least okay. A 71 and a 74, both very capable of starting. Let's take a look at this class as a whole, though. There was an 80 overall left end, Bruce Creighton, and then a 79 overall receiver, Ryan Reynolds. Oh, would you look at that? And also we got Nick Cheeks. What a name. Now, maybe we didn't get the best receiver. Matthew Pittman is here. Only normal dev. I kind of like our guy better then. 90 catching right now. That's kind of wild. So now this will surely be the final season. We're not going to make any trades or anything like that. Just all or nothing for this one. This team still isn't that bad, even though we were kind of just in a bunch of shambles. And I had to make some weird moves. I once again apologize for trading Derek Carr. I didn't actually want to. He played very well for me in this rebuild. And if we would have made the playoffs last year, that trade would have never happened because the video would have been over. But I'm not going to end like that. I'm going to at least give it another go. And if we don't make the playoffs again, then, you know, it's just not in the cards. Oh, we got a hidden dev quarterback. Rhett Clayton. 94 throw power. Not really a good thrower of the football accuracy-wise. But that's actually a very fun player to develop potentially. But of course, we're going to have McDaniels be the number 3 receiver. Trey Lance is on this team now. Hopefully he can ball out. I don't know. He has a lot of weapons, actually. He has a great running back. He has an elite wide receiver and tight end, a superstar number 2 receiver, and then a hidden dev number 3 receiver. So it's not a horrible offense to come into. Also a very good tackle duo, and not a terrible interior of the O-line. It's not great, but it's definitely not the worst I've ever seen. And then on the defense, this side of the ball is looking a bit interesting. But we do have Silvers playing now. The newly acquired rookie. We got Trey Hendrickson rushing off the edge over here. Jimmy Ward is going to join the team. And also we have not Antoine Winfield. I mean, we do have him, but that's not who I'm trying to highlight. We have a hidden dev defensive back over here in Joseph. What are you all about, my dude? You're a 67 overall free safety, Junior Joseph. 88 speed, 89 excel. A little bit of potential there. And of course we have, you know, this 90 overall superstar X Factor cornerback. That guy's gonna be crazy. He's gonna go up to a 99 in like 2 more seasons. Well, he would if I kept simulating. But anyway, we're gonna go straight to the end of the season then. I'm not gonna stop for anything, and I'll let you know if the team's in the playoffs or not. Yeah, dude, just once again, the team did not make the playoffs. We went 9-8. Are you serious? How did the quarterback play? Trey Lance at least had over 5,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, 9 picks. I mean, he actually had a really good season. Josh Jacobs had 1,800 yards, 6.7 yards per carry, and 28 touchdowns, and we can't make the playoffs? What is this? Devonte Adams doing his thing once again. Darren Waller was good. Gregory McDaniels as a rookie was also super good. The sacks were actually down as well. 130 tackles for Jayon Brown, 14 tackles for loss for Max Crosby and Ed Oliver. Bunch of sacks once again. I don't know what's wrong with the Raiders right now. I feel like I've built a pretty good team, but we're 3rd on offense, 19th on defense. Lamar Jackson going to win MVP. Trey Lance at number 7 though. AFC Offensive Player of the Year does not go to Josh Jacobs. All right, Joe Mixon just must have went completely insane this year. Defensive Player of the Year is TJ Watt. Ed Oliver at number 6, Max Crosby at number 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year, LaMichael Hamilton. Gregory McDaniels at number 2. Nobody else from the Raiders on this list. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nobody from the Raiders. I don't really know what to say about this rebuild if I'm being honest here. We drafted an 85 overall, but somehow we could not make the playoffs with this team the last 2 seasons. I do want to check out what Joe Mixon did. All right, well, hold on. First off, he did not run nearly as well. Still had a very good season. How did he receive, though? He had 704 receiving yards with 6 touchdowns. So like 2,200 yards, 29 touchdowns. Something like that. And did Josh Jacobs receive at all? He had 216 yards. So Josh Jacobs actually had more touchdowns, but like 200 fewer yards? That's kind of a toss-up then, I think. Anyway, though, this is going to be a pretty anticlimactic end to this rebuild. I still think it was a pretty interesting one. We got some ridiculous stats throughout the way. And, of course, the highlight of the video, that draft pick, which I really don't think I'm ever going to top this year. There's just no way I get more than an 85 overall player. I'm not even sure if it's completely possible to. Who knows? But the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl 52-31. The sad thing is we didn't even do like poorly this year record-wise. We were just in a completely stacked division, so it didn't really matter. We still came in last place. Everyone in this division went over 500. That seems about right for this division on paper, though, at least. But one final time, let's see these development trait upgrades. Trey Lance did not go up. That one kind of surprises me. Josh Jacobs did, though. That's very fitting. McDaniel says star dev. Hawkins didn't go up. Nothing like that. On the defensive side, hey, Trey Hendrickson finally doesn't have normal anymore. Harden went up in development trait. And this corner is a 93 overall with 95 man coverage. Wow. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.